Bismillah walhamdulillah wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. I greet you all with the greeting of Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace and the blessing of Almighty Allah be with you all. I'd like to welcome you all for continuation of our series concerning the Sunnah that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam died upon it. And this is collected by Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal, the Imam of Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. May Allah send mercy in his soul. And he had told us that this is the aqidah of 90 of the scholars of the Tabi'een. They had agreed and have ijma' that this to be the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and this was been understood and been practiced by the Sahaba. May Allah be pleased with them. This is segment number 11, and it's saying وَأَلَّا نُكَفِّرَ أَحَدًا مِّنْ أَهْلِ التَّوْحِيدِ وَإِنْ عَمِلُوا الْكَبَائِرِ. Again, وَأَلَّا نُكَفِّرُ أَحَدًا مِّنْ أَهْلِ التَّوْحِيدِ وَإِنْ عَمِلُوا الْكَبَائِرِ. We did not accuse any Muslim with kufr, disbelief, even if they or he or she commit a major sins. It is part of our aqidah. It is part of the aqidah of the Sahaba and the Tabi'een and the Tabi'een, the great scholars of Islam, from the four Imams and the collectors of Hadith like Bukhari and Malik and Tirmidhi and all those people who precede us in the faith and the taqwa, that they did not label any person from the people of Ahl al-Tawheed, the people of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, because we have Muslims and we have Kafir, two camps. We don't have a third camp. So the people who testify La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, we never can accuse them or label them with kufr. Even if we see even if we see them committing a major sins. As we understand al-kaba'ir, the major sins which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forbade, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had a promise is serious punishment for the door of it, or that Allah or His Messenger said whosoever do such and such will be cursed, or that Allah will be angry with him. So a Muslim who testifies to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, even if he do one of the major sins or other things, more than one, okay, like killing or stealing or committing adultery, fornication, we are not saying that this is okay to do, but this does not give us a green light to go and label this to be kuffar or to treat them as a kuffar. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had told us in Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't forgive for anyone to associate partner beside him, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala willing to forgive anything else. So those people whom Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them a chance of forgiveness and to be pardoned, those who commit sins but not a shirk, as long you avoid the shirk, there is a good opportunity for you to be forgiven and to be from the people of Jannah, inshallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala even told us in Quran, وَإِن طَائِفَتَانِ مِنَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ اقْتَتَلُوا فَأَصْلِحُوا بَيْنَهُمَا. If two parties of the believers fought each other, killed each other, so your position as a third party to come and they try to make peace between these two parties. So although that those Muslims are fighting and killing each other, and this is a major sin, but still Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls them to be what? mu'mineen, mu'mineen. Allah did not call them even sinners. Allah calls them to be believers. So if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala calls them believers, who you are to call them disbelievers? My dear respected brothers and sisters, we have to be very careful from labeling anybody with kufr and disbelief, because the Prophet ﷺ is telling us that if Muslim label another Muslim with kufr, this word will go, fly to him. And if he's not so, it will come back to the sayer of this term. So one of these two people, the accuser or the one being accused, this term and this label will apply to him. So you be careful of labeling anybody with kufr. And we have to be always try to do our duties towards those Muslims who doing the kaba'ir or the sagha'ir, but advising them, correcting them, being patient with them, thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He did not afflict us with the same ma'siyah, with the same disobedience. Some Muslims, they self-profile, or they consider themselves so good that they say we don't sit with those people, and they label them to be Ahl al-Bid'ah, Ahl al-Kaba'ir, Ahl al-Ahwa, and all these things. But they are not willing to fulfill their duties towards them by teaching them, advising them, correcting them. This is a very serious matter, and this is shaitan had misled people by separating them from the Muslim Ummah, because they see themselves to be so good and so clean that they don't have to be talking, and even they go about boycotting those Muslims. As Shaykh ibn Uthaymeen rahmatullah alayhi, when he made the tafsir or the explanation of hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, لا ينبغي لمؤمن أن يهجر أخاه لمسلم أن يهجر أخاه فوق ثلاث, that is not lawful for a Muslim to boycott his Muslim brother beyond 3 days. He said, the Shaykh rahmatullah alayhi, is boycotting him is going to increase him in the sin or making him go more in deviation, is not correct for you to boycott him. Okay? So we need to learn that how to apply the deen of Allah the proper way, and not to let the shaitan mislead us and think that we're so good and we know better than others. As a result of this, now we're labeling each other with different names, and we are the untouchable people, we are the chosen selected people by Allah, and we the only safe group and safe sect. We have to understand that the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will shower every Muslim, male or female, who testify to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. So it is part of our aqidah. We don't classify or label anybody who testify to La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. We did not label them with kufr. This is part of our aqidah. This is what we had inherited from our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, from the Sahaba, from the Tabi'een, and the Tabi'een, and this is the Sirat al-Mustaqim to Allah. May Allah keep us all on it, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us the truth to be true, and to give us the ability to follow it, and that may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala show us the falsehood to be falsehood, and give us the ability and the means to stay away from it. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين, and Allah knows best.